In this video, we will see 5 useful and fancy features within Google Search and Google Chrome. Hey YouTube, this is Arun from Tech Library TV, and in this video we will see some of Google's features that are relatively lesser known. Number 1. Editing search engines. Quite often we see ourselves visiting the same site repeatedly, and in that exercise we have to type in the URL again and again. This is especially tiresome when some URLs are not direct, such as google.com. We might have to either add them to favorites or navigate to the deep site by clicking few times. Now this can be avoided by adding a shortcut within Chrome. Here's how to accomplish this. Right click on the address bar and select Edit Search Engines. In the page that follows, click on Add. Under Search Engine, give a name. Under Keyword, type the shortcut you wish to use. It could be just an alphabet or a number or anything that you can remember. Example Q for Quora site. That's it. Next time you want to open a site, in this example, Quora for me, I would just type the letter Q and hit enter to open Quora. Number 2. Remove the name from Chrome's title bar. Google Chrome, when signed in, shows our username on the title bar. I wasn't okay with this feature when it got added to Chrome earlier, and it was easy to remove this through the settings too. Disabling Enable the new avatar menu was the way to go in earlier versions of Google Chrome. However, that option was also removed in Chrome version 44 onwards. So a simple workaround, although sounds stupid, is to remove the name and leave the field blank. This still accomplishes what we wanted. I have to admit that the problem of occupying the real estate on the title bar is still a pain in the neck if you didn't like this feature. Number 3. Play the fidget spinner. Google recently included a spinner right inside its Google search. If you're one of the crazy people who joined the crazy bandwagon of playing the fidget spinners, this might excite you. Not just that, there is also a number spinner given alongside. As you can see, you could also modify the number of numbers that show up on the spinning wheel. Not just a game, this could also be used creatively otherwise, such as selecting a random number from a set of numbers assigned to people in a classroom if you're playing a random number selecting game. Now that was one weird example. Number 4. Play the Rex game offline in Chrome. Sometimes the inevitable happens. The internet stops working. The degree of its outage depends on which part of the world you are from. However, what does Google suggest in such cases? If all you have done to check the internet to work again fails, play a simple jumping game with Rex, the dinosaur that greets you when the net is not connected. You just have to hit the spacebar to start playing and keep hitting it to jump whenever a hurdle appears. Try this now by disabling your Wi-Fi or by removing the LAN cable to see it in action. It's quite fun when you have nothing productive to do or to even just have some harmless fun. I would suggest you better go for a walk or call your friend during this beautiful time of internet shutdown rather. Number 5. The people also ask section. Oftentimes we ask a question to our friend Google, and Google promptly answers it with the knowledge cards from its ever-building repository. Here you might also click on other similar questions that Google displays under the section people also ask. Next time you go through this ritual, instead of closing the tab after you get your answer, just click on the last question under the people also ask section. You will notice that more questions pop up under the last question. Click again on the newly added last question in the list. You will get even more questions beneath that question. This way you get to see all the similar questions and its knowledge cards without navigating away from the search results. Not only does this save time, but also adds more to the initial result of our query. Now it's your turn. Do you know of any trick that you know and you think that others don't know? Just let us know in the comment section below.